Geiger, issue number 5. That's right, folks. Geoff Johns continues to do his original series, not based on any character from anything before. And I gotta say, man, if you didn't think this guy can tell a story, he knows what he's doing, because this book is really cool. It kind of reminds me of a lot of stuff we're seeing these days, where it's like the post-America, seeing the aftermath, but that's fine. I think that stuff's still really cool. I think in particular this book is more interesting than some of those. I know that might be a controversial thing to say, but I stand by that. I think this is a really fun read, and it's very engaging and very new reader friendly. So we get some more kind of like narration. I think it's just kind of like catch people up, because it's been 5 issues since we had these guys talking about the story of the glowing man. We're just reminding everybody what he is and who he is, Tariq Geiger, how he comes into this. He saved the kids. We open it back up in the present. Geiger's kind of knocked down. He's trying to get back up, and his dog comes to help him, and he's trying to find the kids, but somebody took them. The kids have made their way to the new America. They find these people in their hazmat suits, and they realize that these kids have the nuclear football. We realize that the nuclear football went down with Air Force One a long time ago, and they're trying to wonder how it have it. But these kids are able to kind of like stay with these people for protection, but Geiger and Barney, who is his two-headed wolf, get attacked and are kind of like brought in to whatever this is. So before we realize or learn where the group of them are taken, we see that the king shows up. He's got Goldbeard's people with him. He finds one of like the crazy cannibal dudes. They're like, okay, we found a map. Let's go get this glowing son of a bitch. So they're on the way, probably to attack what New America is going to be. And as the kids are showing up, we hear that Henry isn't feeling well. He's kind of like nervous and he's shaking a lot. We'll come back to that in a bit here. And basically, we just kind of catch up on what this New America is. So there's the vice president who is still alive from the times before. His name is Griffin, and now he's in control. And we realize that the nuclear football has the sites and launch codes for all of the warheads still left in America. Basically, this new order is trying to find a way to bring it back to peace, so that there's only like one tyrannical rule in America, and that's the actual government that's still functioning out of NORAD, which I think is kind of fun. You know, that makes sense to me. I'm on board for that. Makes me excited for this book. I think it's kind of cool. So America is either the bad guy or the good guy, depending on how you look at things being portrayed in this book. We also realize that they want to do experiments on Geiger because he was walking around without the suit. So they look at him, they're like, how is this guy alive? Everything about him just seems like off, but there's nothing like physically, mentally, or anything wrong with him. Aside from like a dangerous amount of radiation exposure, he seems fine. They find the boron sticks that are hung on his back. Maybe that's the answer. We also see that this woman is taking Henry and Haley just on a tour of the whole area. Basically, there's a school set up where they can learn and teach classes. Just basically get a sense of the normal America that things used to be. There's like this dorky kid named Rick who's trying to like talk to Haley. She's not really having any of it, but he's kind of excited to see her. Then we cut back to Geiger as he wakes up from the sticks being taken from him, burns out of his shackles, and just tries to like walk away. It's very fun. I'm liking this book a lot. It's very interesting. So Geiger leaves the room. We see it's a guard that's reading his book. Geiger's got a thing for books. The book that this guy's reading is called The Artist's Way. I don't know if that's like a real book. I should have looked it up actually, because it's probably an interesting detail. But the artwork is great. You know, if you don't like this style, I understand it, but it's so crisp and clean. The colors work perfectly. The styles look great. Every character is individually designed. I really enjoy that. The design himself for Tariq Geiger when he's the glowing man is incredibly cool. I really dig that. So he finds Barney. They kind of like get out of the room. They're going to go try to find the kids. But first off, he's like, okay, the kids are safe. We can go, but something seems off, so he kind of wants to make sure the kids are okay. And basically, we did some tests on the kids, and we learn that Henry is sick. He has leukemia. It's in very early stages. But because of the current laws of this new America, they're going to have to kick him out. And he's just really excited, like, thank you guys for saving me. I feel so much good since my mom died. And we have to go talk to the sister, and the sister is basically like, what are you talking about? So in the order of this new America, there's not enough supplies to keep everybody alive, so those who are sick and going to die have to be booted out and go on to their merry way somewhere else. But Haley's like, he's a child, and I'm not leaving him. But basically is like, they're just going to actually terminate the kid. They're going to euthanize the kid. I'm like, whoa, that's not good. Haley's like, okay, that's not happening. I'm going to go save the kid. Barney kind of runs away when he's with Geiger because he hears the kid screaming. One of the guards tries to pick up Haley, but Geiger's dog, Barney, comes in to stop it. It's looking cool. Geiger catches up to her, and we realize they're going to kill Henry. We are not going to let that happen. So Geiger, trying to protect his kids, winds up protecting another type of child. And I think that's kind of fun. It's a really cool area to play with that story. We see that the vice president now realizes that Geiger is a threat. And he's going to be like, okay, we have to send in our army or something. Let's get the robot ready. What is the robot? We don't know. We see the tag of Joe. We've been kind of saying like Bazooka Joe throughout this book. Maybe this is like a robot version of that character, that army-based character, and we've been teasing that since like the beginning of the book. Hard to say, but this is really fun. I'm really enjoying what this book has to say, what it's doing. It's very enjoyable, very engaging. I just like it. You know, Geoff Johns can probably surprise a lot of people just like with the stories and projects he chooses. And Geiger is a very fascinating one where it's just like there's so much going on in this book, but it's such a simple story of just like a guy protecting kids in a new America. And I think that's such a fascinating thing to explore. So I'm genuinely impressed with how this book works and how it flows. Again, the design is fantastic. The Las Vegas stuff is fantastic. Everything about this book just works on every conceivable level that it's supposed to. And I think that's like a rare thing to see in some comics where everything is trying to do just perfectly flows together. It's really fun to see that. So this book is really satisfying in a lot of cool ways. The artwork is great. The story is really fun. Tyreek Geiger is an underrated leading character, and I really enjoy what this book has to say. So it's worth it. It is worth it. Geiger, issue number 5. I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.